So where do you want to start? Where do you want to start?
Let's start with Raw. Fuck it.
You always, I'd say, where do you want to start? And you just go always away from where I want. It's fine. It's fine.
It's my OCD. I fucking start with the beginning.
You don't always have to start with the beginning, because the beginning ain't always a good place to start. It's okay. It's okay. We're here. We're going to start with Raw. And like, how did you like Raw?
It was.
What do you mean it was alright?
It was alright.
Wait, was there nothing good that happened there? Like,
meh.
Damn, you didn't like anything that happened on Raw? Not one single Larry?
It wasn't nothing like mind-blowingly amazing. Like, I feel like we reached the point where like we're going back to normal, where like we're out of WrestleMania. So
okay, so I would say yeah, but like Raw lately has been feeling like basically like it hasn't been as boring as people make out to be. Raw hasn't been as boring. Like, you know, Raw has actually been like, once we get to 2.5 hours, it's like, wait, what the fuck? Like, the show's almost over? Like, that's how bearable it's been, instead of the months and months and years where it's like, this sucks.
See, that's like, the thing. It's that third hour that kills it. You know what I mean? Like, but that third hour kills it, and like it makes it like, what the fuck, you know? It makes it like
but like now it's been lately. It's like it's actually been. We get to the third hour and we're like, oh shit, we're in the third hour. Like, how the fuck did we get here? Like, it's like, what the fuck? Like we're here in the third hour already. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like this, because it actually fucking like for some reason it actually moves. And it feels enjoyable for some reason. It just feels really weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It just feels really weird, and it's enjoyable where it's like, oh, it's a thing. That's what I can say. It's like, oh, it's a thing.
Yeah. For instance, like the boring parts, the ones that are usually the boring parts are good. Like Miz TV is usually the boring part. I actually enjoyed this Miz TV section. We'll get to it when we get to it. I'm saying right now I liked it.
Well, Miz was the first thing that happened on Raw, so what do you mean? We get to it when we get to it. It's the first thing. Yeah, it was the first thing that happened on Raw.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I thought we were going to talk about
Miz
like hour-long entrance.
That also happened on Miz TV, like, which was the first thing that happened on Raw. It was.
I consider it before Miz TV.
Yeah, Miz TV happened, and then Cody had this hour-long entrance, and it was just.
Yeah.
It was this long entrance. Everybody's cheering for him, and he's doing this thing. Even Miz looked at his watch, was like, "Damn, dog, what the fuck? Like, come on." It was very funny because he had pyro and everything, and it was like, "Oh, okay, he's not getting that later. We were wrong."
He actually had more later.
The thing about this is, like, Cody was saying everything. Like, I know people are like, oh, he was playing an AEW character on WWE television. And I was like, yeah, like, that's what it is. But, like, I don't know if people notice this or, like, they're not getting it. Even though he's playing this character and he's quote-unquote scripted, character starts getting over. That's going to be WWE's way of, you know what? Maybe we should start lifting restrictions on the things we say and how we say it in the way we do things. That would be a thing. But people don't see it like that because they're still in their mindset of, oh, WWE's going to fuck it up, so who cares? But it's like, That's what I'm saying. It's like maybe if this gets over and people are like, "Oh my god, we really love this style, and we really feel it," because it doesn't feel like a disconnect. Somebody said it feels like a disconnect of him being an AEW guy in WWE. I'm like, it doesn't feel that way to me. It just feels like they're doing this as a tryout of something that they should be doing, and if they move this direction, it would make a lot more people happier. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, got it.
Hopefully.
Yeah, but him and Miz went back and forth, and Miz was saying, yeah, you come back home, try to get this reception, and then he says, no, I was just doing everything that you wish that you could do. You're just like WWE's corporate toy. And then they just like had this little back and forth, and then like this would be a setup for a match wasn't already set up. I'm like, okay, well, that's a thing.
I hate that trope.
But yeah, it's so ingrained and indoctrinated into like WWE culture that like it's a thing where you're just like you don't even think about it. You're like, I don't think about it. Every other wrestling company does things beforehand, and this one is like, all right, we're just gonna go in here with like a random ass show and set shit up later on. Just like, who gives a fuck? You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's what Raw is. It's just like I don't care because, like I said, I'm just mentally checked out and just like going through the motions sometimes. So it's like, whatever, who cares?
Yeah.
So like Miz tried to punch Cody the ring, and they're like, all right, they're gonna have a match later. But then we had Dominic Mysterio versus Veer. Veer is very dominated. Okay, so the reason that didn't happen was because Ray got, I want to say, in the protocol, the COVID protocol. I don't know if that's true, but he wasn't there, and he was supposed to be. Because that was supposed to be a match. And, like, so he was taken out of the match, and that's why it was Dominic. So now, like, you know, the story is going to wind up being Veer versus Ray because Dominic got murdered and sent on a stretcher because that was fucked up of him. And I was like, oh, that sucks. So,
that could be this way,
I mean, in a sense, because like the other way would have been actually really fun. Because Veer beats the shit out of Ray. Veer beats the shit out of Ray a couple times, then just like basically murders Ray. Then you do the inverse and have Dominic come after him, and like that put Dominic in a way better position.
You think he would have?
But this one just, yeah, he definitely would stretch Ray out. Because like it would have been Dominic versus Veer, and like that would have been like the big match at a pay-per-view. But since they did it this way, this reaffirmed something I said weeks ago that Dominic should take his ass down to fucking NXT, and he would be better there.
Yeah.
So yeah, like that's all that happened. This was weird. So then we got I've been waiting for something like this to happen for years, and it just happened. Like the whole thing after this is like I didn't like, but this is like what fucked me up, and like I've been waiting for something like this to happen, and like it happened in it happened in AEW also, but like this was something that I wanted for years in WWE. Like AJ Styles shows up in the building, and he's standing there, and Priest walks in, and AJ was like, "Oh, it's on site," and he just starts beating the shit out of Damien, and they just start fighting, and it was like, "Oh my god!" Years ago, like just see y'all have a blood feud. You see somebody, it's on site. It's just on site, like no bullshit. Just when you see him, whoop their ass. Like that's what should have been happening like from the beginning. Like that's what made it so good was like WWE doesn't do shit like this, and like finally they just like kind of get with the program accidentally and like, oh, this is a thing. And it was great. It was like, that's what should happen. Like if they do more of this, it'll be like, yeah, like more of this, it'll be like, yes, this is what should happen.
Yeah.
So then we got AJ versus Damian, because that stuff happened earlier in the night. So then we had AJ versus Damian. And it's like, okay, they're having a match. Damian has a new intro screen. It's like, okay, yeah. They have the match. Damian goes back inside, and apparently he lets out the Damian inside. Purple, and he's kneeling, and he just looks down and goes black again, and it comes back up, and his eyes are different. And it just stops. And I'm just like, what the fuck is this? I understand what they were going for, and I'm not going to shoot them no bail for this, because they could have did something cool with this. They could have did something really cool with this. Because if they would have had him do that situation, eyes turned purple, oh my God, he released a Damian inside, and just like went outside and just beat the living shit out of this injured AJ, and just kept beating him, throwing the refs off, the security, everybody, and just kept beating him, and just beating the shit out of him, just fucking him up, throwing him in shit, and just beating him, and just beating him, and just beating him until Edge just called him and said, stop. And he just stopped. It would have been so much better, because everybody been like, oh my God, he went into a full rage in his demon mode, and he couldn't be. That would be something that everybody would be like, oh my God, like if he gets in his demon mode, no one can stop him except for Edge. And he'll be like, this great moment. But like I said, they totally missed the ball, because they're like, we're going to do this goofy shit. No explanation, no follow-up, no anything. We're just going to be like, here it goes. Fuck you. Like, the fuck did that have to do with anything?
Storylines.
Because it was so dumb. Because he was like, I don't know what that purple shit. That dumbest fucking thing. Like, why would you do that? That's fucking stupid. It was so fucking stupid.
Like, he needed to get beat up. You're 1,000% right about that. AJ, that is.
Because it felt so fucking off, dude. It felt so off.
No, it didn't feel off. It was off. Like, you're 1,000% off about that. I mean, right about that. You know, like it just it was disconnected. Like people talking about the Cody Rhodes thing for disconnect. This was a disconnect for me, at least. And I usually like shit like this, and I didn't like it.
Yeah, it was very bad. Like we don't even know how the match ended. The match is like it's over. I'm like, the fuck? That's it. We had Cody versus The Miz, and all weekend, everybody like match was announced. Everybody completely shit on. Why is he fighting The Miz? Why is he fighting The Miz? Why is he fighting The Miz? Oh my God, this match is gonna suck because he's fighting The Miz, and it's like The Miz can wrestle when he wants to. Why are you guys shitting on this match? And it was like beneath Cody, The Miz, and it's like Miz is like a 2-time Grand Slam winner, and it's like. Like he has done stuff. What are you talking about? It was just like this crazy narrative of like the Miz being completely garbage, and I'm like, I don't see any bad in this. And after this match, Cody wins the match. But after this match, like people even went online and was like, I think Miz because the match was good, and it's like you like if you know the Miz, if you watch the Miz like actually get inspired and want to wrestle, Miz would be like, all right, I can wrestle a little bit. And you'd be like, okay, he's not that bad. I didn't understand like why everybody was so mad. It was like, you knew this was going to come. You know things like this was going to happen. So why are you mad? It doesn't even matter, bro.
Plus, they're really good friends in real life, and usually those type of matches wind up being good anyway. So
yeah. So then after the match, Seth Rollins gets to the ring. Seth walks up to Cody and says, I want a rematch with you. I know what you're like, and I'm going to have have a rematch with you, me and you, WrestleMania Backlash. And Cody says, okay. I'm like, okay, that's the thing. So, they're going to have a match at WrestleMania Backlash. How do you feel about Cody being a number 2 face of Monday Night Raw?
Who's number 1?
Bob Lash.
See, Cody should be number 1 in that case because Bob Lash just turned face.
Okay, so here's why I don't agree with that, because Bob Lash, even though he gets some pop when he comes out and he's like really high up there. This is like, it's also WWE being like bad at what they do. But the thing is, Cody is way more over than Bob Lash. That's the problem. He's way more over than Bob Lash. Bob Lash is over, but he's way more over than Bob Lash. And I don't think that they're going to put Cody in the position right now, like going, he's a number face of the company because he just came back. They're like, all right, we're just going to let him settle in, then we'll put him as number 1 face. So I'm like, I don't see a problem with it. And everybody's like, well, Cody's way better. I'm like, yeah, like Cody is getting the pops, Cody's getting all of this, but he has to settle into this because like once they go, okay, he's number 1. And if you think about it, it's a good reason they're putting him as number 2. Because like you put him as number 1, it's like, okay, well, number 1 has to go for the title right now. Which he should, but at the same time, it's like, why don't we give it a little burn? Not a big burn, just a little burn. Not even a slow burn, just a little burn.
Yeah, that I read. I don't want him to go to the title too quick.
And people are like, they're really excited for him to be back and the way he's over and the stuff that he's doing. It's like he's totally there. Like they should throw the strap on him. Like, yeah, I agree they should throw the strap on him, just not right now. It's a long time coming. And like if you just play it right to the hill, then it's like it's dead in the water. Give it a little bit, give it a little time. Because in about 3 or 4 months, when people are like still on the Cody train, hopefully, it's like that's when it's like, all right, well, I think it's time to put this title on. I think so. So that's the right thing. As far as Roman's going to need challengers, so Bob Lash going up against Roman is fine. So like that's fine. Like that would be fine.
Yeah.
So then we have a backstage thing because the newest member of Raw is Tommaso Ciampa. Didn't see that coming at all. He's on Raw now, and he's standing there, and then Ezekiel, hey, welcome to Raw, and Tommaso Ciampa goes, thank you. Kevin Owens goes, nope, that man's a liar. That's Elias. And he's like, no, I'm Ezekiel. He's like, no, you're Elias. Stop. I hate liars. And then he turns to Tommaso Ciampa and was like, that's Elias. And Tommaso Ciampa goes, no, he said his name was Ezekiel. He's like, no. He's like, he's a liar. He's a liar. Don't believe him. I'm like, no, he said his name was Ezekiel. And Kevin Owens just went off and then just left. This is like, I love this story because it's actually pointing out what the fuck is going on. I love this story. It's great. Like they're gonna have, and like what?
No, I was gonna say Kevin Owens is.
They're gonna have him. Role, so. Yes, and it's gonna be fun, and hopefully no other siblings of Elias show up or anything. But yeah, it'll be fun.
You already did that. That's your fault if it happens.
Yeah. So then we had Liv versus Naomi. And this was supposed to be a tag team title match, but Rhea is in. So people are angry that Naomi beat Liv. And I'm not angry at that because Liv beat Sasha. So Liv beat Naomi and Sasha. The fucking tag team title matches next week. You like if she beats both of them by herself, when she loses next week, it'll be like, wait, you beat both of them by yourself. How did you lose? You have help. Now you should be extra. But that's gonna that's dumb. This is so dumb. Like people are like, she should have beat both of them. Like why? Because next week when she loses, because she's taking a fall because of the Ripley situation. Because Rhea is gonna be the one who wins. Like I mean, not wins, but doesn't get pinned. So she's gonna be mad at Liv and beat the shit out of Liv, and then join fucking Edge's crew. That's what's gonna happen. And people like don't see that, and they're like, oh, like she should have won. I'm like, no, like one win over Sasha is like, if the match was this week, it'd be like, oh, there's a chance. But if you have a win against Sasha and Naomi, you're like, oh, they should win because she beat both of them. And they'd be like, damn, like that sucks. But she gets like she takes the fall here and then takes the fall again. It's like, oh yeah, like it's justified. That loss is justified.
That makes sense.
So then we get the number one face who gets cheered and popped, Bob Lash, who shows up for the VIP lounge for some reason. I don't know why they were having a fucking interview segment. That was weird because he came down. They put the VIP lounge together after he came down. So he was MVP and almost, and he's like, hey, come down here and talk to me. And they're like, no, because free. And Bob Lash gets mad and starts throwing stuff. Like, I don't mean just throwing stuff. He throws a fucking couch. He throws everything. It's like, God damn, dude, chill. It was crazy. Yep. So then we had a 24/7 bachelor party. And then Truth reminds him, hey, your girl got the title at the bachelorette party. You're not helping us save it. And Reggie goes, oh no, I have to save it. So they run off. And it's like, oh, okay, this is gonna be weird. So that's it. Then Kevin Owens yells at fucking Sonya and guys, would you stop letting this guy walk around telling everybody he's Ezekiel? He's Elias. And they're both trying to tell him, no, this is Elias. You're liars. That is a... No, that's Ezekiel. And it's just this big thing where he just gets mad again and walks off. So Adam Pearce looks at Sonya and goes, hey, what are you doing with that clipboard? She says, I have Bianca Belair's opponent to challenge her for the title. He says, okay. And she walks up. So Bianca takes on Zelina Vega, or Queen Zelina. And, of course, Queen Zelina. And then Sonya comes out to tell Bianca, hey, I have the person you're going to fight for the championship. They signed right here. And that person is this, that, and something else. And she's saying all of this, and she points to the Titantron. So Bianca's looking at the Titantron, and the whole time me and Renegade both said, it's Sonya. It's Sonya. And Sonya clips Bianca and says, it's me! Like, no, shit.
I think when I was literally said that, when she said it.
It was very weird. So then they showed a bachelorette party. In some reason, I don't know how these guys keep getting places, but the fucking Los Lotharios show up and they try to kiss like Dana and Tamina, and it's like, what the? How did y'all get here? So after they do that, Nikki Ash tries to roll up Dana and get the win, and it's like, wait, what? Like, you can't just steal the title. Like, what's the thing? And then Truth says, next week, you guys are getting married because I'm an ordained minister. Okay. Good. You're an ordained minister. You're going to marry him. Fine. Whatever.
But did you see the way he said it? There's something to that.
Yeah, oh, of course it is. He's gonna get the title. He's gonna try to get the title back next week.
Yeah.
Like, who cares? Like, is this all 24/7 dumb comedy? Who cares? So then we get Rated RK Bro. They show up and they say, "Hey, we're gonna have a match against Alpha," and the Usos show up out of nowhere. And you're like, okay. The Roman thing, yeah. Like, okay, why are you still here though? So Alpha Academy gets the loss. Then the Usos say, "Yo, we gonna take your titles, RK Bro." And the Street Profits come out and say, that's not happening. Because we're gonna be the champions. Then Randy just steps back and goes, "Ooh, I think you two should fight." And they fight. Usos beat the Street Profits. And then Rated RK Bro beat everybody up, everybody home with a smile. So yeah, that was Monday Night Raw.
Yeah, like I said.
Did you not? Like I said, it was so enjoyable, and like I'm gonna say this, and like people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're a traitor," but I'm going to say this, and you're going to know why I said it. It is gonna be the best part of why I'm saying this. It's better because of Cody Rhodes.
Yeah,
and I know you're thinking about it for one reason. Because he's back and he's like bringing, like, he's a star or whatever. No, I'm saying it because his 40-minute long entrances takes up a lot of time in the show. So when he starts wrestling, it's like, oh, he took up 40 minutes. Okay, well, we can get to the show now. Like, that's exactly why I'm like, okay, he's here. He takes up most of the show with his entrances. Good for him.
No, the funny part was I say,
yeah, it's like he just takes up most of the time. That's why Raw feels different. Because he takes up most of the goddamn time. That's all.
Not to mention his promos are long too, so.
Yeah. Cody's a time waster.
Yeah. So.
And I applaud him for that.
Yep.
Yeah, speaking of the Usos, like, there was something that happened that I just kind of can't put my finger on. It wasn't even on wrestling. I can't put my finger on what thing that was happened. It happened in 1995. What was that thing that happened in 1995? What am I trying to remember? What? Oh, that's it. That's it. I remember. Young Rock. That show is on, and he talks about how he grew up and all the cool things he went through, and when he wanted to become a wrestler, and how he was with his family and his family there, and then his little cousin just jumped on him and grabbed him and just started wrestling with him, and just said, "Acknowledge me," and he said, "Yeah," he said. WrestleMania. He said that on Young Rock out of nowhere, and everybody just lost their shit. It is like, oh my God, he said it, and I literally just said, I knew he was gonna accept this somehow, but on the show, that was not expected.
Yeah, that's weird.
That was not what I expected. I'm like, wait a minute, that shouldn't happen. Like, you were gonna say yes eventually, but on your own show and just like a little hint. And like, if nobody was watching it, nobody would get it at all. They would be like, huh? What? Nobody watched it. Everybody online, they like totally put it out there. Like, this happened. Oh my God, it's happening. And I was like, wait a minute, how? Just like out of the blue? What the fuck? But yeah, this happened. So yeah.
Pardon the pun.
WrestleMania.
Do you think that's like the show, the Little Rock show, is going to be acknowledged on wrestling itself? or they're just gonna do their own little acceptance thing?
No, no, it's definitely gonna be that way because
Oh,
I'm going to almost guarantee when we do the next podcast drop, I'm going to
yeah,
almost guarantee that the Rock will be mentioned by name by Roman Reigns. I can almost guarantee that. I can almost 100% guarantee that. If he doesn't acknowledge his own acknowledgement, I don't know what to say. But I have a weird feeling he's going to acknowledge it, and it's going to start everybody just saying it's happening, which we've already said it's happening.
yes.
So, speaking of the Anoa'i family, NXT starts off with Cameron Grimes versus Solo Sikoa. I didn't like the ending of the match. I didn't like the ending of the match because fucking Trick Williams distracted Solo to lose to fucking Cameron Grimes. Like, the match was good, and then Trick distract him, and then of course the A-Champ beat the shit out of Cameron Grimes. And this, like, okay, so we mentioned this last week, and it happened again. It happened again. Because during the match, Cameron Grimes said, "Your bloodline can kiss my grits." And it's like, dog, they keep mentioning the bloodline. They keep mentioning the bloodline with Solo Sikoa. And it's like, this doesn't feel right. Like, this doesn't feel right at all. They keep mentioning the name. They keep mentioning it over and over. I was like, this is the second or third time they mentioned bloodline. Like, even he said it last week out of his own mouth, bloodline. And like, this doesn't feel right. This doesn't feel right. I know he just showed up, but this doesn't feel like it doesn't feel right. Like, I expect him to see him on the main roster very soon.
Yes.
The thing I didn't like about this, I mean, that could be a thing.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't like about this was Melo is still going to be going for the fucking NXT North American Championship. I don't like that. I want him to go for the main championship.
Mm-hmm.
I really think it would be dope if he goes for the NXT World Title, but like, yeah, like they got him going for his title. I mean, he's going to be synonymous with the North American title because he's had a bunch of good matches, and he's probably going to have a bunch more, but I want him to actually go for the next title, glow up, and be a better person. That's not what WWE sees for him right now.
What they should have done is invert both storylines, the North American title storyline and the main title storyline, and just, put the challengers on the other side of things. Not like they have it.
Yes, because Braun Breaker comes out next, and then he gets a message from Joe Gacy, who throws his dad's Hall of Fame ring into a fire. And then he gets it out and puts it on himself later on. And I'm like, I don't understand what that was for. I don't get it. Like, there was no need for that.
Yeah.
So then we get Von Wagner beating up Jacket Time for no reason. Beat the hell out of them because they're supposed to have a match. So he beats the hell out of them. And it's like, why? Why did you... Like, you're going to beat him anyway, but like, yeah, he was going to beat him anyway, but it didn't make any goddamn sense because didn't we wind up having a match with Von Wagner, and then Jiro Ikemen comes out He gets his ass beat by Von Wagner, and Sam Caldwell says, "Put him down," and Wagner beats the hell out of Giro. I don't know. He actually threw him in the front row like he was fight Dudley at the end. I was just like, what the fuck?
He almost missed that too. So
yeah. So Nikita Lyons, who was getting an interview, she was getting an interview. Legend kicked down and said, "This ain't over." Okay, that ain't over. Gotcha.
it's over.
So, it's not over. It's not over. So then we get Dakota Kai versus Mandy Rose. For the Dakota loses because of her, her friends' toxic distraction show up. I was like, okay, good. Mandy wins and it's like, okay, well, I guess there's nobody to fit Mandy then. Okay, well, that's where we were wrong.
Yep.
Because toxic distraction is right there and they're standing there and all of a sudden Wendy Chu pops up and Wendy Chu has super soakers. Dude, I didn't even know they made super soakers anymore. Like, right? Honestly, I didn't even know that. That fucked me up because I'm like, wait, you doing super soakers? It was crazy. She sprayed toxic distraction down. It was like, oh no, we're wet and not in a good way. Oh, melody. Okay, whatever.
When Wade Barrett said super soakers, I agree. I did not know they still exist. Plus, I don't think they were water. Yes. Like, I think it was some type of juice or something.
I hope it was juice. Now, how do you feel about Wendy Chu facing Mandy Rose for the title?
I think it's too soon. She's over as shit, but I think it's too soon. Let that simmer a little bit.
You really think? You really?
Yeah. Because not too many people remember she came from another character. So, like, people that don't know that, she's a brand new person, And, like,
no, but still, like, you still think it's too soon, even though she's a new character. You still think it's too soon.
Kind of, sort of, yeah. Like, her and Dakota should have been toxic distraction.
I mean, yeah and no, but like her going for the title doesn't mean she's going to win the title, honestly. So her going for the title to me just like, is it? It's just one of those things like, whatever.
Here's the problem.
I don't really.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
I don't care. Like, I don't care.
Yeah. The problem is, though, like, she's done beat everybody at this point then. Unless I'm missing something.
She beat everybody. And that's the perfect thing because she keeps beating everybody. And it's going to get to the point where she can't beat a certain person because a certain person is just going to come out and be like, oh, I got your number finally. And if my theory is correct with the next thing I'm going to talk about after, then it'll be like, oh, that makes more sense.
Okay.
So then we get to the back with the best dressed man in all of professional wrestling, Santos Escobar, and Legado del Fantasma, who Raul Mendoza has a name change, which is very weird. The last persons that had their name changed, they kind of went up. So I'm not saying it's time a long time ago, but this would be great if they get a call up. But they're back, and they're back there, and Tony D'Angelo shows up and says, "Hey, listen, we might have had a little misunderstanding last week, so how you doing?" And Santos says, "No, you keep your money, mijo. We're gonna move on." Like, okay, well, that's good. So that was a thing. Hey, I said that like nobody believed because I said it, like which people really need to stop, happened. And when it happened this weekend, I got a bunch of DMs going, "Oh my God, you said this on a podcast months ago. I didn't believe you. Like, yeah. Because they finally announced that in the UK, WWE is going to have this huge show. And I was like, oh, yeah, I said that on the podcast. I said it's going to happen.
You said that shit a long time ago.
Yeah, and people didn't believe me, and it happened. So then we get friend of the show, Cora Jade, coming out, and she's talking about how she went to WrestleMania. Her parents were sitting in the second row, and one day that she's going to get them first row seats, and she's talking about how she wants to be a wrestler, like this big champion, and she wants to be like Sasha Banks, wants to be like Bayley, wants to be like Paige, wants to be like Natalia, and she wants to be this great wrestler. And when she said all of that, it made me go, okay, well, you're going to be there, kid, because you got something. And then all of a sudden, Natty's music hit. And Natty came out and said, I look around and I see there's a lot of future here. And like, you may be the future, but not today. And she puts her down and puts her in a sharpshooter in high heels. May I add you, in Louis Vuitton 5-inch heels. My God, no, like, I don't care what you think about Natty. Natty doing that with precision in heels is insane, dude. She's insane. I can't believe it. She put her in the shirt. I'm like, oh my. Yes. And I was like, yo, she can't do this. She can't do that. She did it in heels. And the funny part is, like, I've seen wrestlers, women wrestlers, have this little wrestling in heels or moving in heels will always be super precise to not fall or take their shoes off. Natty moved so good with heels on. It's like, do you even have heels on? And you had to look like, yeah, those are heels. How are you doing this? How?
If you didn't know better, you swear if you had your wrestling gear on.
Yes, Natty is just so good. And the other thing about it is, like, Natty was dressed up. Natty wasn't just like in wrestling gear. Natty was dressed up like going out.
Mm-hmm.
You can't. You what? I was like, what the fuck? But yeah, like, so my thought process is, what if Jade is actually going through different wrestlers to get her skill better so she could go through Mandy eventually? That would be fun.
That would be a good storyline, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Nathan Frazier from NXT UK is coming over. And now Nathan Frazier is over here in America. Which, like, people aren't even paying attention because, like, they're slowly gutting NXT UK and no one's going, is everything all right over there? They're slowly gutting. Like, there's a handful of people over there that I still want over here. And, like, if they come over here and they add them into, like, the new NXT system, it'll be like, Oh, that actually makes sense. Like it makes sense because like they have Stevie Turner over there. They have um what is her name? Blair Davenport, Aaliyah James, Noam Dar,
Gallus.
Gallus. Yeah, Gallus. Ilya Dragunov. They can take all of them, bring them over here. Eddie Dennis. Listen, I'm not saying I don't like the tag teams that he managed. Listen, I'm not saying I don't like the tag teams he's managed. I'm just saying that guy's a good manager. He has a great voice. He has a great presence. You just take him, stick him with a tag team over here. Oh, that would be great. Like, especially a tag team that's like literally have nothing and they just need a spark or something, and you just stick them with Eddie Dennis. It'll be like, oh, dude, like they're going straight to the top. Like, just let him talk. You just be like, oh my God, he's so good. He's good when he talks. But yeah, like they can definitely pad the roster of like with all of those people. Like you bring like him, like bringing the women over, just the women alone, dude. Just the women alone, it just makes it go, oh my God. And I'm not saying because like, oh my God, you're just being a feminist or like you're being a sexist because you're like thinking that they're hot. No, they can go. Like they have untapped potential in Aaliyah James and Stevie Turner. Like they're fucking amazing. Stevie Turner used to wrestle in Stardom with Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, and Blair Davenport. Back when she was just nothing and she was young and I talked about her before. She's great. She's now coming into her own. She's learning the fucking craft and the art of being a sports entertainer, professional wrestler now, and she's getting it and she's understanding it. And another reason why I think she's going to get called over is because her boyfriend is over there. So it's like happened. And it's like the underrated new superstar that WWE can be looking for that hasn't used yet. Bring her over. It's like, oh my God, you have that. You bring over Blair Davenport. She has her own skill set that you're just like, oh my God, she's actually really good. You bring Noam Dar. Like, Noam Dar was here already. The stuff that he's been doing on fucking NXT UK has been amazing. Put him here. There's so much talent over there that they just can use, but like they're probably not going to use them the way that they should. And I'm not excited for them not to use them the way that they should. And it's just, but I really want these people to come over because I want. Yeah. I'm sorry. But yeah, like then we have an NXT 2.0. You have Zion Quinn versus Draco Anthony. I keep want to call him Draco Malfoy for like the goddamn Harry Potter dude. I keep trying to call him that, but it's not his name. And also, people, I've never seen Harry Potter. I'm not saying I'm not a nerd. I just never seen Harry Potter.
The funny part, I did. I forget who the hell that character is.
Okay. So I don't know why they had. I mean, I know why they had this match because, like, he disrespected him for no reason. It was like there's no, like, honestly, there's no reason for this match to happen because it was stupid. They were supposed to be on the same side, but also I think Draco Anthony is going to join up with Joe Gacy and Joe Gacy's friend Harlan, who's a friend of the show. So yeah,
I see the same thing. It just, I don't know. This was not needed.
Yeah, it wasn't needed. I think it was just very stupid, and like it happened. So yeah, just whatever, it happened.
The match was okay though, in retrospect, but like it just wasn't needed.
Yeah, it wasn't needed at all. So then we get Natty backstage, and she beat up Fallon Henry and said, "We'll beat your ass next week." Okay. Yeah. All right. That's great. So then we had the tag team gauntlet for the new tag team champions. And I know you're probably wondering what happened to the old tag team champions. Well, Nash Carter got released because he had the Hitler picture. You guys remember last podcast? We talked about it. I tried to shoot him some bail, and then I was like, no, you know what? He did it himself. Well, he's gone, and they had to strip him of tag team titles. So, the new tag team champions. And it started off with the Creed brothers. And I was like, okay, well, as soon as the Creed brothers stepped in first, I was like, I know how this ends. But then we had a little backstage thing with Persia and Indy, and they said their boyfriends should be a team. They're just going to have a swinger thing. It's going to be a thing.
Yep.
That's happening.
You think they're going to go all out?
Wait.
No, I'm saying, do you think they're going to go all out for it? Because this is a similar gimmick from back in the Attitude Era or whatever. I think the Attitude Era, not the Ruthless Aggression Era. They had something similar with Val Venus and all that. Do you think they're going to go all out like that, or they're just going to hint at it?
I think they're just going to hint at it.
Oh, okay.
So I actually thought they were going to wind up in the tag team gauntlet, but they didn't. So I was like, oh, that was really dumb. So first we had Creed Brothers versus Love Guy. It was a great start to the fucking tournament. And of course the Creed Brothers won. Then they had to face Sangha and what is his goddamn name? Grayson Waller. And the Creed Brothers beat them. Grayson Waller was faking that he was hurt the whole time. That's weird.
What the fuck was the point?
We had Creed Brothers versus Broke Money. Broke Money, who put them through a table and shit. I was like, okay, cool, all right. And the Creed Brothers are beat down, and they're fucked up, and they're trying to get up, and they're trying to get back in the ring, and here comes Pretty Deadly, and Pretty Deadly beats them. 1, 2, 3. And honestly, I was thinking the whole time that Pretty Deadly should have won because it makes sense. Pretty dead. Like, I know some people are like, why would you put them in the tag, put them with the tag titles? They just got here. Nobody knows who they are. Come on, guys. Like, this really dumb. No one really knows. Like, no one was watching NXT UK. The crowd wasn't hot for them. It's very weird. Because they said one thing that made it so good. No one has ever won the tag team titles in their first encounter just showing up out of nowhere. I was like, yeah, that makes sense. I was like, that's great. I'm glad that they did. Plus, once Pretty Deadly gets over, people are going to be like, oh, shit. Pretty Deadly is dope. Pretty Deadly is great. And I'm all for it.
Yeah, me too. I'm kind of glad they didn't go that route. And I'm guessing you agree with this too. They didn't go the route where we thought it was going to go, where Duke and Dexter were going to show up and be the last team, and they were going to win it. Like, screw them over.
I would have hated that. I would have hated that. Like, but if they would have been in the middle and they showed up, I'd have been like, yeah, I'm cool with that. I'm super cool with that.
Yeah.
But them winning it, no. Them showing up in the middle, I'm fine.
Yeah. Granted, they're probably going to beat them for the titles anyway, but as long as it was
I hope not. I hope not.
Yeah, I hope not either, but I'm feel better about it later than this particular match, you know?
Yes. So then we get to AEW, and we get Penta Dark versus CM Punk. How did you like the match?
I don't know. Like, I feel like I should have liked it, but I didn't. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it was.
Okay, why do you think you? Okay, why do you think you should have liked it?
I like Penta, and Punk's cool, but I don't know. I wasn't feeling it.
So you don't think it clicked for you?
No. It's kind of like fucking, what you call it, FTR versus the Bucks Part 1, where like I felt like I should have liked that match, and like it was absolutely dreadful for me.
Mm-hmm.
This wasn't dreadful, but like it should have clicked.
Yeah, this match, a lot of people are saying this match was really good, but to me it was like, it was subpar.
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm not gonna be like that guy that just shits on it, but like I said, it was subpar. It could have been better. I'm like, all right, whatever, who cares? But like, it could have been better. So, CM Punk wins, and then we get an on-site because LAX pulls up and beats the shit of 2.0, still one of them shoes, while Jericho and the rest of them are getting off the airplane. And they were right. They were on site. They were on site.
I actually like the AEW version of that shit better because it literally was on site.
Yeah. So then we had the tag team title match, which everybody, including me, thought that the tag team titles were going to change hands. We're like, oh, yeah. Red Dragon's going to be tag team champs. Red Dragon's going to be tag team champs. The Jurassic Express, which they call them Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. They call them two different people, which is hinting at separating eventually. So yeah.
Which I thought was going to happen that night.
Yeah. But after the match, after Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy win, Red Dragon attacks him with a chair. I'm like, okay, well, this match is still... So they're going to have a rematch. But Red Dragon's leaving, and FTR shows up. I'm like, what the fuck? FTR has both belts, and the commentary says they're dual champions, and like they keep pointing out how many titles FTR has. And FTR looks at Red Dragon, and Red Dragon kind of run off, like, and then they pushing match. It's like, okay. And they never fully made us say, hey, we're going for the tag team titles, or hey, we're going to put out a Red Dragon. They never fully said that. So it's like, it's leaving up to interpretation. And I'm thinking, fuck it. FTR, new tag team champions. There you go.
I was thinking more so three-way.
Dude, we just had three-way already. And like that, like I've heard that theory, like they're going to do a three-way. I'm like, we just had a three-way at the pay-per-view. How many fucking three-ways do you stick these guys in?
A bunch.
That is so dumb. If they do the three-way, like I'm just going to be so angry and just shit on this whole thing. Because it's so dumb. Like, why?
Would it be better for you to add like a stipulation, like ladder or something? I don't know.
No. None of that would be. Just a tag team match. Just tag team match, player.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm not going to agree with it. I just feel like it's going to be a three-way.
Okay. So then, Blackpool Combat Club, and they're talking about they're going to have a 6-man match this weekend against the Ass Boys. And they're going at it, and Yuta's with them, and everybody's cool, and it's so awesome. And this is a thing. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So that brings up a thing for Jon Moxley. Jon Moxley. So soon Jon Moxley's contract is up. So Normally, I would just say, you know what? Fuck it. His contract's up. His contract's up. Who cares? He's gonna get re-signed. It's not a thing. With the Cody situation, it's like, well, maybe you never know. And then, like, here's the thing: what makes me go, because Sasha had an interview and she like mentioned Dean Ambrose. Like, she was just throwing out names like Ruby Riott and like Dean Ambrose and Goldust. She's like, I want them all back with WWE. I'm like, okay, like, yeah, that's fine. And I mentioned that even Seth Rollins mentioned John Moxley. He's like, yeah, you never know what he's gonna do. He might come out here and paradigm shift me, like, out of nowhere. And it's like, why did y'all mention him? Like, this is like, it's something like so small and trivial, like where people are mentioning names, and it's like, is this to provoke something? Because like the contract situation is not a big thing where people are like, oh my god, he may jump, but it's like this little small inkling of like he could. And I know it's like a million people going, there's no fucking way he's jumping. There's no fucking way he's jumping. There's no way he's jumping. He's happy there. He doesn't want to go back to scripted. He doesn't want to go back to... You must be out your fucking mind if you think that he could go back. And part of me is like totally with you, but it's that little shred of doubt and that little shred of making more money made in your fucking life. And I know some people are like, he doesn't care about money. He has a wife and a child. The more money that he's ever made in his life, it's a chance that like he could go back, which gives me the fucking shadow of doubt that like it could happen. I know it's not gonna happen, but it's that seed in my mind that's like, it's so many other factors because nobody thinks about this. They're like, no, look, he wants to do this. AEW's the best. It's like, you don't remember that people are humans and have human emotions and think of things that are not in their control, that you, out of just a wrestling fan, is just like, I think he should stay here because he wants to do this. He doesn't tell you exactly what he wants to do. So you don't know what's in his head. So if he decided to go, I'll take the money. I have a family. I need to pay for my family. I can make money here, but you never know what can happen here. I can take this guaranteed $6 million with benefits, not benefits like physical, like health benefits, but benefits of buying fucking merchandise and shit that get profit off of. I can make that money over here just for doing shit. Like I said, you never know. You never know. But it's a real shred of doubt. And now that he sees Cody, you never know. It's that shred of doubt. Because 1,000%, Moxley comes back to WWE, he's way more over. There's not even a shadow. Like, Cody's just like, you'd be like, that Cody pop? Fuck that pop. Moxley pop? Blow the fucking roof off.
It's like comparing a fucking CM Punk pop to a Adam Cole pop.
Yes, it's just that shred of doubt. It's just a little shred of doubt. And I know, like I said, I know it's not going to happen. It's just that shred of doubt. And like, people are going to call me crazy and call me an e-drone or whatever, but you're going to go fuck yourself. But like, it's just a shred of doubt that can like, that it could happen. And like I said, I don't know. And I really don't care also. But like, whatever happens, happens. I'm just saying.
The only reason that shred of doubt is there, I would say, is because of the Cody thing. In my opinion.
No, it's not. It's not even. I mean, well, that's money. But
okay.
Another thing that could cause shred of doubt. Like I'm gonna get to it later. It's something that could cause shred of doubt later on that I'm gonna talk to because there's a whole thing. But yeah, it's like it's a story. So then we had a backstage with Jamie Hayter and Tony Storms. Woo! So this confused me. This actually confused me.
Okay.
Those two wrestled in the tournament, correct? The Owen Hart tournament.
Yes.
But they said they were wrestling. Yes, but here's the thing. No one ever said they were qualifying matches. They said they were tournament matches. So then they go Well, they qualified to be in the tournament. And Tony Khan said these two will face each other in the first round. And I'm like, okay, what? Yes, and we don't have the brackets, but Tony Khan made this match specifically. Okay, what? I was like so baffled. I'm like, I swear to God, I was smoking coke. I swear to God, I snorted on the line and was like, I'm gonna watch wrestling tonight and see if I can understand it. Because that's exactly how I felt coming into this. I'm like, what the fuck happened? Like the fuck, like that? How? And I just went along with it because it's Jamie Hayter and Tony Storm. It's like, fuck, like, I'm not gonna argue with you. I'm not gonna argue.
It's gonna be a good match.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it is. And they went back and forth about them wrestling in the UK and wrestling in Japan, and like how Jamie's gonna beat Tony Storm's ass finally, and like, okay, I'm like, okay, let's see if you can do it. Like, I know she's not gonna win. She's gonna win for one simple fact: Tony is more superstar than Jamie, and that's it. Tony's gonna win. Other than that, they should actually put Jamie over. Like, I would be excited to see Tony.
I still want like Jamie to win something so she could go against Britt. I know Britt's not the champion anymore. I just want that to happen.
Well, Britt, like, apparently Britt next week is gonna be a qualifying match. Apparently, yeah. But like I said, I really want Jamie to win because, like, to me, like, that feels like the better move.
Okay.
So then we had MJF versus Shawn Dean. In the beginning, MJF acts like he can't get the jacket off, and he's fucking around, and then he winds up kicking Shawn Dean, knocks him down. And then all of a sudden, he's like, no, I can take the jacket off. Ha ha! Look, I'm a cheater. I'm like, okay, whatever, who cares? And then Wardlow shows up out the back, and he comes down. MJF is sitting there, and he thinks that Wardlow's fucking secure. Wardlow grabs him. He's like, no! And he runs off. And then Wardlow jumps the fence. And MJF runs up there. 90 security stops Wardlow. But they stop him right in between the ring and MJF. And MJF gets counted out. He even tells Bryce Remsburg, if you don't count, like, don't count to 10. I'll triple what Tony Khan is paying you. And dude goes, fuck it, I'm counting to 10. And MJF gets counted out.
He didn't want to
so how do you feel about this? Because people are saying AEW does count out victories and occasions in a smart way. And I'm like, I understand that. I'm like, and I totally agree. But I'm like, they're not the only company that does that. But like, okay.
This one in particular, I don't think it was smart. I feel like he could have got by all that shit and got in the ring.
Oh no, 100%. Like 100%. Like a lot of people just like totally was like, oh, this is so great, but like 100%, they're for stops. The way that it was, he wasn't fully stopped. He could have ran to the other side, slid inside, and got pinned. 100%. Yeah. I'd have been okay with that. But like this was a thing, so it's like, okay, whatever.
Like whatever, yeah, exactly.
So then we had Darby Allin say, "I'm gonna do a casket match," and like, I'm not even gonna lie, he said he was gonna do a casket match. I said what the fuck he was talking about until he showed the versus screen later that he's gonna have a casket match against Andrade. I literally had no fucking idea what was going on.
I thought that was just me.
No, we had a House of Black promo, and they said they're coming back soon. I'm like, yeah. And Jericho stole a 1992 or 1994 or 5 WWE thing, symbol of sports entertainment. I'm like, Oh, dude, like you just ruined it. So he comes out
The
with
same
his
way.
crew, and then LAX comes out, and Eddie Kingston comes out with a Junkyard Dog thump shirt, and they're fighting, and LAX is beating the shit out of Jericho's Jackass Society, and they're just like fighting, they're beating the shit out of each other, and then like all of a sudden Jericho, the other two dumbasses from 2.0 show up, and they distract them. Jericho hits one of them with the bat. 1, 2, 3. Jericho Dumbass Society wins, and then beats the hell out of LAX, puts him down, and just like, all right, well, where's Homicide and Hernandez? Where are they? Because like they need those two other members to even up the sides, so we could go to Blood and Guts and have that.
They're probably waiting for like more so when they're closer to the pay-per-view, I guess.
No, because Blood and Guts is just like a regular show. So then we had the backstage with MJF saying, I'm going to get the Butcher to kill the piggy, Wardlow. I'm like, okay, Wardlow is going to kill Butcher, whatever. So then we had a controversial match. And it's controversial because everybody called it controversial. It was a match between Marina Shafir and friend of the show, Sky Blue. And apparently people did not like that match at all. Yeah.
It was mid. Like, it was alright. It's more so a squash match, though.
Yeah, but like I don't understand why people didn't like it. It just like I'm not saying it was the best match. It was a match, and people are just like complaining for no reason. But you know what? Whatever. It doesn't even matter.
I think Marina's better here, though. Well, by here, I mean AEW, than she is in WWE.
Yes. Try to interview Hook again. She's like, I want to talk to you, Hook. And then Tony Nese finally comes up and says, hey, me and you, we gonna fight again. And he's like, whatever. Then Danhausen, who is AEW's version of R-Truth, is there, and the Hook throws a medicine ball at Danhausen, and Danhausen goes down. And I know somebody's like, how is he AEW version of R-Truth? Did you see the Blackpool Combat Club with Danhausen and William Regal? Did you see that shit? No, you didn't see that shit? Oh, it was pure comedy because it happened after the show. Oh, but Danhausen is the R-Truth of AEW. It's fine. It's not a bad thing. Like, hey, it's actually fun. But I'm telling you what he is, and if you just sitting there going, no, he's not, that's so... No, he is. Just relax. It's fine. Like, it's fucking fine. Like, yes, he's going to get Hook to talk. He's going to break Hook, and Hook's going to talk. So we got Scorpio Sky, and Scorpio Sky said he's going to fight Sammy Guevara eventually. And we're like, okay, whatever. So then we had Powerhouse and Ricky Starks. Ricky Starks is in his hometown looking like a fucking star versus Keith Lee and Swerve. So the match was going good. Taz came down distracted. So this is what's really funny to me. This is really funny to me. A spot that's been done a billion times, and I think it's actually been done between Keith Lee and Swerve before, where Swerve backflipped off of Keith Lee. I literally saw my timeline go, I've never seen that before. And it went with one of my also, you don't watch wrestling, bro, takes. Like that happened in fucking NXT. Like that happened in fucking NXT.
I've seen that.
Like what the fuck? Yes, it happened in NXT like twice. That's what I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? Like that definitely happened in NXT. That happened with Keith Lee multiple times. It's like, what are you talking about?
They don't know what they're talking about.
Whatever. Yeah, but Taz looks like he's back out of a commentary table, and he's now back to normal because his team. But he's wearing the fucking jacket and a hat, and it's like, this is old school Taz. This is old school post retirement Taz. So, do you think Taz is going to be back to a manager now?
Hopefully. Like, I would enjoy that. Especially if he's managing Hook. Because if Hook's not talking, he needs him up.
Yes. So then we had the funniest thing in this thing, because we had a backstage thing with Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose. So Nyla Rose comes and gives her a cake for the shortest reign. So all of a sudden, right, Thunder Rosa's like, no, I'm going to shove this cake in your face. So Nyla swings, hits Vicky. And I know you're like, oh, that's funny part. No, the funny part is Nyla could barely see, and she beat the living shit out of Thunder Rosa with cake on her face. I'm like, that's crazy. That's crazy. She fucked her up.
The funny part to me is like Thunder Rosa, like, you think I'm stupid? And they started to whip their ass. And then at one point screamed in Spanish, I'm not stupid, and then got her ass kicked.
Yes.
Like, what the fuck?
So Tony Khan next week is going to make a huge announcement. What do you think it's going to be?
The surprise they had at the end of this show. He got signed. Like, I literally think it's that.
Okay. So there's multiple people saying multiple things for this huge announcement. And they're like, this huge announcement is this huge announcement is that. And like, some people are like, oh, they're finally getting a streaming deal. Oh, it's the Ring of Honor TV deal. And it's this and that and it's blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I kind of don't think that's it. I kind of have a weird feeling that it's something else that like all of like I'm going to be pissed off about. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna just agree that it's had something to do with the Best of the Super Juniors tournament and the G1 and people going over to Japan from AEW, because AEW is now streaming on fucking New Japan World. That's one. And over the last week when fucking New Japan had the show, they mentioned that the world is opening up and people are going to be coming over for the Best of Super Juniors tournament that haven't been over in years, and they've been waiting to come back, and they've been waiting to get back here. And it just kept being this thing that Kevin kept shoving. Wait a minute, Kevin, I know you keep saying this. Why do you keep saying this? And then the AEW on New Japan, and then this big announcement, all of a sudden, the match with Suzuki and Will Ospreay is going to take on Moxley. The Blackpool Combat Club is in New Japan. It's so... You're like, is that going to be the announcement? Because I feel like that's the announcement. Because I feel like that's what it's going to be. That some AEW people are going to start going over to New Japan and wrestling in New Japan shows, and that's going to be a thing. I think that that's the announcement. If that's not the announcement, or the streaming service isn't an announcement, or the Ring of Honor being on TV isn't an announcement, the announcement is just, I need more ratings. That's going to be the other announcement. But it's one of those things that I mentioned previously. And I really think it's the New Japan thing.
Okay.
Yes.
Hopefully it's one of
So speaking of the New Japan thing, Juice Robinson is no longer going to be with New Japan after Saturday. And I'm just like, okay, well, then I don't know where you're going to go. He said, well, I don't want to wrestle anymore. And I'm like, okay, the last time somebody said some dumb shit like that, they wound up in fucking AEW. So I'm pretty sure he's going to wind up in AEW where his fiance/wife is. So I'm like, okay, cool. Well, that's a thing.
Yeah, he'll be there.
So then we get to the main event where Samoa Joe versus the man who is going on a fucking great murdering streak. He murdered Blake Christian. He murdered Speedball Mike Bailey. And now he's fighting Samoa Joe. And on Saturday, he's going to be fighting Ishii. So, yeah, he's in America just having a fucking time of his life. This guy is great. Suzuki. Suzuki is here having the greatest fucking time of his life. And this match was fucking amazing. Joe versus Suzuki was fucking amazing.
Yeah, I agree. It was hard hitting, like, that was like fucking, what do you call it? Strong style, like, to the max. Like, I loved it. It was like Joe back in the day.
Yes, it was so good. And the only bad part about it is I knew how this was going to go because Suzuki's not staying and he had the Ring of Honor television title. So I know he wasn't staying, so he had to lose the title. So he lost it to Joe. It was like, okay, yeah, well, that's fine. Then after the match, we get Jay Lethal and Sanjay Dutt, and he's like, we got a surprise for you. Here's a middle finger. Ha, 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 ha. So Joe's getting angry. The lights go out. The lights come back on and sing. Former basketball player, been training for AEW for a while. And everybody's like, who? It was one of them things where he did not need to turn out the lights for this. He even said there's an overrun because there's going to be more to the show. And that was the more to the show. It went over like a wet fart in church. It was very bad. It was very bad. But there's a reason, and this is tying back to the Moxley thing. Like, I'm going to shoot him some bail because this is like real thing. The reason dude showed up was because of India. And I know you're like, wait, what the fuck does India have to do? Well, Discovery has a channel and it's in India. And Discovery is owning Turner because they're taking over HBO Max and all of Turner's properties, which AEW falls under Turner Properties. So because of this India deal, they're doing a Jinder Mahal thing, and they're like, yo, we need an Indian superstar for you to bring in. And also you have Sanjay Dutt. Hey, this is the thing. We want you to do this. So you make him look like a big star because we need the Indian market. This is all a Discovery thing, a Discovery Turner thing. And a lot of people were like, oh, this just sucks. Do you understand, like, this is a big deal where they can't, their hands are basically tied and cuffed? This is a thing, guys. Like, this is a thing. And like I said, this ties back to the Moxley thing, because if things go sour with this whole merger and they don't give AEW a huge amount of money with their next signing deal, that cuts down dollars of people getting signed. So now that gives people the opportunity to be like, fuck, if WWE is calling with millions, I might just jump for the millions. Like, that is like, people aren't thinking about it that way. We have no idea what this merger is going to do to AEW. This thing is very crazy. And I heard some people automatically go, what do you mean that something could happen to AEW? You are idiots. And it's like, no, you don't understand how business is. Because the slightest little thing they don't like, they're going to tell you, tone it down. If they say they don't want blood, tone it down. If they don't want this, tone it down. There's nothing you can do because you have to work for your overlords. And if they turn this into a point where it gets WWE major instead of WWE light, you're going to be like, I hate this. But it's nothing you can do with it because your hands are tied because you talk to your corporate overlords. That's the problem people don't understand. They're just like, oh, we know what we know and we know what we know. You don't know business. You don't sit behind there and talk to corporate people who know things. You don't know. You just know wrestling. I keep telling you, you don't know things other than wrestling. In the corporate sense, there is a very quick turnaround when a company decides to, hey, we're buying this. They're going to kick a lot of people out that's in charge. There's a lot of people who are sitting in Turner right now are going to get fired because that's what happened with management. New management comes in, they wipe the slate clean. You're part of the old regime. I want my own. And they're gone. The people who are on AEW side are going to be gone. What happens then? they don't have anything to save them. So if this goes wrong, we're looking at AEW is going to still be around, but it may be a toned down version. And that is going to be bad. So if you think that this doesn't have an effect on everything, you are mortally smooth-brained lizard insane. And I don't understand what you think you know. Business is business and dollars are dollars. And when you have corporate overlords that run everything, they can change anything at the drop of a dime.
Yeah, exactly.
Anything else?
No, like I was agreeing with you. Like this could go like AEW could go away. That's simple. If they really chose to do it.
They're not. Yeah, I don't think they're going away because they do bring in ratings. That's the only thing. Like they're bringing in ratings, not the top ratings, but they're bringing in enough ratings. So that's their only saving grace. Other than that, there's nothing. But like I said, it's a layer that can happen. Like I'm just saying, enjoy it because you never know what can happen. Because the same shit happens to WWE, and you don't notice it because you're like, well, it's just WWE. Yeah, well, tone down shit. Why are they so fucking kid friendly? Why are they the way they are? Why are they so PG? Oh, it's because they want to market to the consumers. Yeah, because their corporate overlord said, hey, this is how you're gonna do it. Like these, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. People don't understand that, and one day people will wake up and say, oh, well, everything that we think that we know is not the right thing. Like sometimes some things change. But on that note, next podcast will be on Sunday. So don't look for it on Saturday. Sunday, because we're going to have SmackDown, Rampage, Battle of the Belts, Windy City Riot. We're going to have a lot more shit. And yeah, it's going to be great.
Be ready for that.